Today is Friday, November 14th, 2025. Welcome to This Week in Natural Refrigerants News, where we recap the top stories on naturalrefrigerants.com. This podcast is generated and read by artificial intelligence and may contain pronunciation errors. We're your hosts, AT and MO, and the articles for today's podcast were organized by naturalrefrigerants.com's managing editor and written by its writers. You can find links to each article in the show notes. All right, so let's get right into it. First up, we have a really major regulatory story coming out of the UK.
A very big one. The government there has proposed a pretty substantial revision to its HFC phase-down rules.
And this isn't just a small tweak, is it?
Not at all. I mean, the new schedule starts January 1st, 2027, but the big headline, really, is the end target.
Okay.
They're extending the timeline from 2030 out to 2048, but they're making the reduction target so much stricter. It goes from 79% to a nearly total 98.6% reduction.
98.6%. Wow, that number really jumps off the page.
It really does.
So even though 2048 sounds like a long way off, hitting that kind of target means you have to plan for a total phase-out starting now.
Exactly. It's the UK closing that legislative gap left over from their old F-gas rules and really locking in their net zero goals. And for anyone who wants to weigh in, the consultation period is open until December 17th.
And that kind of regulatory pressure, it leads directly to the kind of project we're covering next, right? A big installation in northern England.
Yeah, this is a great real-world example. The Orford Jubilee Neighborhood Hub, it's a leisure center, just replaced all its gas boilers.
And they went with 5 CO2 heat pumps from Clade Engineering. That's R744.
That's right. And it's a big system. We're talking a total heating output of 1.5 megawatts.
So about 426 tons.
Yep. And it's providing hot water up to 70 degrees Celsius for, space heating, domestic hot water, and 2 swimming pools.
But the really brilliant engineering part of this and the part that makes it a model for other retrofits is why they chose CO2.
Oh, absolutely. It's the high temperature differential. Because of that, they were able to keep the existing distribution pipework.
And that is a huge deal. That saves so much money and avoids a massive amount of disruption. It's often the biggest barrier.
It is. The whole project was funded through the government's public sector decarbonization scheme, and this is exactly the kind of smart solution they're looking for.
Okay, so sticking with R744 but moving into the mobile sector, we had some really interesting results presented at the Atmosphere Max Summit 2025.
We did. ThyssenKrupp Dynamic Components showed off some in-vehicle test results for its CO2 compressor. It's a 6-kilogram unit designed specifically for battery electric vehicles.
And they really put it through its paces, didn't they? The performance data covers some extreme conditions.
It does. For example, they maintained full heat pump functionality all the way down to minus 24 degrees Celsius.
Minus 24. That just completely addresses the old criticism that CO2 heat pumps can't handle extreme cold, right?
It really does. And on the other end of the spectrum, it provided effective cabin and battery cooling in ambient temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius, even during DC fast charging.
Which is a huge thermal load.
A huge load. The company basically said this proves it is absolutely, quote, feasible to change from chemical refrigerants to natural refrigerants in the mobile sector.
Okay, so let's shift from mobile air conditioning to mobile refrigeration. Tecumseh just launched a new R290 compressor.
Yeah, this one is under their Masterflex brand. It's called the Nevada, and it's a rotary compressor built for transport refrigeration.
And it seems like flexibility is the key feature here.
It is. It can handle low temp for frozen goods, up to 3.5 kilowatts, and medium temp for fresh, up to 5 kilowatts. But the real game changer for the EV market is the voltage compatibility.
Right.
It covers a huge DC range. We're talking 48 volt, 400, 600, all the way up to 850 volts. So it works for everything from light commercial trucks to those new high-voltage electric delivery vans.
And the performance is there to back it up. The R290 version has a COP of up to 1.78.
Which is quite a bit better than the R452A option. That one's at 1.44.
That efficiency boost is what really matters. It means less battery drain and more range for the vehicle. That's the business case right there.
Exactly.
Okay, for our last story, let's look ahead a bit. There's a webinar coming up from the GIZ.
Yes, through their Green Cooling Initiative, or GCI. It's on November 26th from 12 noon to 1 p.m. UTC.
And the focus is specifically on using natural refrigerants in existing building retrofits, which is always a tricky topic.
Right. They're going to showcase a really interesting case study, the renovation of the European Patent Office in Vienna.
And what's special about that one?
They're using ammonia-based heat pumps for both heating and cooling.
Ammonia. Wow. So that's ammonia moving out of its traditional industrial space and into a large commercial building. That's a big step.
It's a very big step,
Hmm.
and it's just part of the GIZ's broader work. They're also helping establish training centers and supporting R290 AC development.
This is AT&MO, and this has been the week in natural refrigerant news.